Well, we're all the way to map number 3. We've gone the distance as we get ready to head on in to train. Avangar versus Winstrike will culminate here. Currently 1-1. It was Avangar winning out the map pick of Winstrike on Dust 2. Very dominant start. Much closer affair just then on Cash. That was Winstrike picking up the win on Avangar's map pick. Now we head on through to the decider of the map that was left. Hugo, how are you feeling as we prepare to head on into this one?
I think if Norbert can keep this up, then Winstrike have a very real possibility of taking this game away from Avangar, and it really would be a taking the game away, right? You can say this is an upset in terms of being proven, right? Avangar have been proven with this roster. They've done big things. They've played at big events, but Winstrike, at least with this team, I mean, it's barely been formed for the. It's barely been around for 3-4 months now, and they haven't really played anything other than online qualifiers and small stuff. So yeah, it's quite crazy to see them not only just take away a map from Avangar, but also be in a position to be one map away from getting to the playoffs here of the CIS Minor.
I think the one issue they're going to face is having Train left over is pretty dismal for them. You look at it, it's like one of their least played maps, one of their worst in terms of results as well. And then you look over at Avangar. This is a map they're very comfortable on. This is their kind of go-to whenever they're facing top-tier opposition, which is, kind of why if you look at the stats, if you go and read into it, you might look at this and be like, oh, Avangar, they play this map a lot, but they don't win on it much. But it's like, it's clearly a map they feel comfortable on. That's why it always ends up being the map that's left for them to play versus top opposition on. So let's wait and see. Only time will tell. And already we can see Avangar, they have the blessing at least of kickstarting this CT side half here on Train. Already aggression out from Pop Dog, and they're up past Bitch, but now he emerges. He's going to get put down by Quick, who's looking for a little bit more. Bomb plant. So he punches in the numbers, and Norbert trying to continue his great form from the previous map, but it's Boomich to beat him to the frag. Norbert now chiming in with another, and in the blink of an eye, it's Quicker and Buster left standing.
Yeah, not an easy retake by any means. They do have a kit still in play, and Buster has at least blindsided one man. But it's still a 2-on-3, and with Winstrike with players all the way deep in main, and Norbert still finding headshots like that, you're going to be very hard-pressed to come out of it with a victory here. Norbert finishing things off with 3 kills, Harry, and starting things off on the T-side of Train as well is exactly where Norbert's going to be very dangerous with this AWP. If we see him get that into this game early on, I think Avangar have got to be very, very worried. In fact, he definitely will be. He's pulled in the SMG early, so looking to make some real money here. Avangar, on the other side of things, we've been seeing them eco every single time they lost the CT side pistol. So another one of those, another full eco coming through with just a flashbang. Might see them pop into T-Con, try and get aggressive down into Ivy. But can't expect too much out of this round. It will actually just be kick it flashed up into the B halls. Norbert holding on the other side. He's already starting to distance himself as well. USB definitely going to be better at range, but this isn't exactly a fight the Kicker should be winning regardless with no armor. So Norbert makes quick work of him, and with Winstrike already climbing their way down through Ivy, despite Avangar quad setting up this A site, this shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, it's just these vanilla pistols, and I mean, you really don't fancy their odds. And yeah, no, you really don't. Boomich going to go to make himself a quick $1,200. Norbert now lusting for a bit of cash for himself. He doesn't want all of it to go to Boomich. But it's actually way to find the last man. There you go, Winstrike, second round. They keep it very, very clean. They keep all 5 players alive. That's brilliant, by the way, because they have been struggling in those Antico rounds kind of prolifically throughout this series. That's been something we've associated with them. Now we get to see the buy from Avangar, though. There was an AWP purchased up there. That's been thrown over to Jame, courtesy of Fitch.
No, Chrisen. He's actually forfeited armor for it. We've already seen them do this over on Cash as well. Yeah. It did work out for them. It wasn't too much of a problem, but on Train, that's a very interesting choice. It's not exactly many headshot angles on this map. Buster just played the headshot angle on B when we saw that on Cash, but
not to mention that at range, right? That's where you're really going to kind of suffer. You take a couple of body shots here and there, you're going to lose all that accuracy. You're completely blindsided, right? So the aim punch is going to be playing into this now for Chrisen. And as you say, there's not really an area he can just sit in and only have his head visible.
Yeah, I think it's somewhat worth it to get Jame on the AWP early into this game, but it is just a big risk because it makes one of your players so weak.
I would almost argue, though, if that's your main priority, either he should have just, saved, why not? Just force buy into that second round and then go for the buy in round number 4 or something along those lines, right? Or
why are you on an M4 with this? Buy a shotgun, buy an S. I don't know. I feel like there's different ways.
Yeah, that's very true, right? You could have just whacked the Mag 7 over at Pop Dog, for example. That's a very strong place for it. But anyway, here's the playing toward this A-bomb. So we can dote on this buy literally forever. And we won't know the right answer.
There is no right answer.
There isn't, exactly.
Winstrike have been given Ivy either way. They will flash their way into CT. We can see the bombs up in B halls as well. So looking like that CT to B wrap coming out from Winstrike. Clearly some executes prepared, which is always nice to see. Avangar going to give them that respect at least to allow them into the spawn, but they are very aware, and with a triple B setup as well, Fitch, he's got to be more than aware. He's got to be ready to take the fight. They're coming in through the other entrance though, so James rotating round. He doesn't have his back turn though. He's ready for this one, and he is able to get one after Fitch finds the first. So this is looking like a bit of a shutdown round from Avangar. Waylander falling to his knees, and World Edit, he's got to put out something crazy in 15 seconds. It doesn't look realistic, and there it is. He finds one, but James doesn't even need to take this fight.
Oh, but he does. If he got another, I was like, okay, guys, I know you want to take the damn UMP away, but maybe there's a time where we could just stop for a moment. Avangar, they managed to hold on to it. They managed to get themselves their first round. James was in a pretty tricky spot anyway. The barrel of his gun was spotted earlier on by World Edit, so there was always the chance that he just rushes him down with the UMP. Plus, I mean, you're feeling pretty confident if you're Avangar, I think, still at this point.
Yeah.
So they're able to get a first round in nice and early.
I mean, like I say, it's a new map. If you're Avangar, you're not worried. You're still going to be playing with the confidence that you had coming into Dust 2, I'm sure. Cash being a bit of a surprise, but certainly going to be ready for this one. 2-1, the bounce back from Avangar is successful. It's going to deny Norbit pulling in that AWP early into this game. He's now on an SMG. It's World Edit taking the AWP, of course. Somewhat unsurprising given the fact that he will be the primary AWPer for this team, but also somewhat surprising given the fact that Norbert literally doubled his kills in the previous map. So we'll see.
Yeah, I imagine you're still looking to get Norbert onto it eventually, right? You want to start running double AWPs maybe. This is definitely a map where that's viable on either the T or CT side because of the longer ranges here on Train. But right now, I understand why you give it to World Edit. He feels a lot more comfortable with this. Norbert's kind of been able to frag an entry with anything they've given him, so they've made up for that. World Edit's now got a gun he's very comfortable with, and he's playing positions that he's used to playing. Probably the key part of all of this, right? You're not going to force him into any close angles, having to play with rifles or MAC-10s, something along those lines. So James posted up with an AWP of his own, keeping an eye on main. Going to have players walking to his crosshair. There is Waylander to take the first shot. In the meantime, Norbert is in with the trade frag, only with that MAC-10 as well. Going to go to drop the fully equipped Buster there, who is playing close to main, up on top of the blue train. Missed shot from James. Push coming on in. Fitch already wrapping round, looking to try and deny this bomb plant, and he does more than that. Quick double for Fitch, as now the pressure falls onto Quick and Boomage.
And he's got to double up himself, but he's not got his teammate defending him. Kick it lines them both up, and that's an unfortunate round there from Winstrike, getting caught by the push through the pop dog. Nice rotation there from Avangar. And obviously with full knowledge that was A after Fitch found both kills, they had no fear of pushing up into those B halls, going for the quick rotate through Pop Dog. And while Boomich was somewhat ready for it, he was just there a second too late. So Avangar doubling up and finding 2-2 pushes the eco into the hands of Winstrike. It's just pistols here. But we do have that Deagle down on Norbert, who found a lot of entry kills with it on both of the previous maps. That being said, this is not going to be one of those easy rounds for him to find anything. James already holding down main. His teammates actually found the first blood, and James catches a man outside of Pop Dog. So a formality for Winstrike, no utility, no weaponry, no chance.
Nah, not at all. You really don't fancy their odds. And for Avangar, the thing I'm liking now is we are starting to see them find their footing again here on Train. As you kind of said, it's a very good map for them, one that they feel right at home on. And I think maybe that's as well why towards the end of Cash, I think, you do just start to focus on the next map if you're them. You know that this is a very comfortable pick for you. You know that you've kind of got Winstrike in a position where they're feeling uncomfortable, where they are in that kind of last chance saloon. They are still the underdogs here. So Avangar up 3-2 now, buy on the horizon at least for Winstrike. You think about how different it could have been though. Had Winstrike picked up their map pick of Dust 2, this could have been a 2-0 in favor of them, right? That was
crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean they got wrecked on Dust 2.
Yeah, and that was also what was so interesting to me is that they go into it, they looked comfortable on it earlier on in the day, and they just get completely laid waste to. But now we see both teams kind of performing at their peak, kind of both playing well. Fi's back out for Winstrike. They have everything they pretty much need. maybe a bit limited in terms of firepower because of this one Galil, but that shouldn't matter all too much. And they're already out in this A bomb site. They're already pouring over it, but Kickert's here to shut down the first man. Quicken with the trade, and Kickert's going to get isolated, trapped between a rock and a hard place, and just 2 players left standing. You're asking a lot here, but Buster's opened up.
And James, he's got to shut it down. He's mushing through the smoke. Norbert on the angle. There's only 1 player left up. And that said, they know exactly where he is. Buster coming in from the CT spawn. Norbert actually back turned. Oh, they're not ready for it. He's crept in. Oh, he misses the shot. That's a huge miss. And Norbert's going to flick right back round with his 3rd kill of the round. Unbelievable. Orp, AK, doesn't matter, Harry. He's going to get it done.
Mac 10, Deagle, these are all in his arsenal. That's what they say about N0, RB, 3R7. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite guy. I actually really like Norbert. He's been doing just unreal, like literally unreal. I can't even believe what I'm seeing.
He's 9-3 right now.
I thought you were saying his age. He's only 9. I was like, really?
9 years old, yeah, playing at the minors.
Just 9 years old. He's a minor at the minors.
Awful. Well, a quick pause. I imagine this is a technical as well, not tactical. Maybe one of the teams having problems, but I'm sure they'll be quickly fixed. Either way, this is yeah, this is quite the game. Quite the game, Harry, as we head into map number 3.
Surprisingly, still a pretty close scoreline, right? Winstrike, they find themselves the pistol. That's also very, very important as well on their side of things. You know, you're able to get off to a good T-side start, and that's pretty important. It is a CT-sided map. You know, usually we kind of expect those like 9-6 scorelines, 10-5s even in favor of the CTs. Maybe slipping a bit in recent times to be a bit more T-sided. I don't know. I mean, it also comes down to the team, right, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think the game is getting more T-sided as we go on.
Especially with the economy changes, right?
Yeah.
That kind of swept all maps to be a lot more, even if they were already CT-sided or if they were T-sided, now they're just broken. That's why. You ever try playing Cobblestone, Hugo, recently? No, yeah, don't.
As much as you try and put it in my matchmaking.
Honestly, I used to love it, but no. It's changed in recent times. Well, let's see anyway. As Avangar, they've cobbled together a buy here. They've got the AWP on Buster and James, so moving into that double AWP setup. Fitch tries to play close in Pop Dog, and he does spot that first man. So he's just a real nuisance at this point in time to Winstrike. That's all he's serving as. And they're going to try and take control. They're going to try and force him out. That flash does do exactly that. So Pop Dog secured and well did it, finding that aggressive James pushed up into the into halls at that inner bomb site. AWP going to be retrieved, maybe, but no, it gets Molotoved off. So this B play could come in, and they could get this site almost for free. Just as I said, everyone's rotating.
Apart from Norbert, he's still here, Harry, and he's still fragging. 4 HP left on him as Kickett loses the battle with the AUG, and now Norbert just trying to sell this B fake, and Avangar, they're fully convinced. They've rotated everyone over towards this B site, and I don't blame them. They've lost 2 players here. This only makes sense, and Winstrike, I mean, they're taking their time to rotate, but little do they know, they've got A completely for free. We may even see Fitch push up the ramp and get this information, but Avangar, absolutely no idea what's going on right now. And this is when they start to realize, when they hear all this utility on the other side of the map. Winstrike, they're going to be given the A site. These guns can be retrieved down towards B from Avangar, so they can slightly upgrade their weaponry, but in all reality, they shouldn't be going for this one. They should definitely just try and hold on to these guns. This is a lost round. And great fake from Winstrike. I mean, they get a couple of kills, Norbert sells it, and Avangar, they fall for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say, I mean, yeah, they fell for it, but I think they just take the gamble in that situation, right? You see that first frag go down over towards the B bomb site. They immediately rotated every player off of A, right, into that connector. They would have 4-stacked inside of B from the moment they lost James, so they knew exactly what they were doing. They were setting up for this save play from the very offset if the bomb didn't head towards B. That's exactly what they're going to do. No surprises here for Avangar in that sense. But Winstrike will be hunting them down. They're not looking to give much away for free. They're not going to go much further than this, though. They know that this B bomb site is overrun with Avangarians. I think that's what you'd call them.
Yeah, sure.
Avangardians of the Galaxy, actually. How's that?
Not our sponsor, so be very careful. 4-3 here for Winstrike, though. They are off to a strong start. Harry, you do have to remember, you know, as T-side as this game may be getting and how dependent it may be on the matchup and the teams, etc. 4 rounds T-side start to 3 of Avangar is still pretty damn good, and it may even be 5 with Avangar not having the money on these 2 other players to fully buy up. Got to be a little bit worried for their case. Winstrike looking very strong right now. Norbert, again, outside of this B bomb site. There is that upper peak potentially, but Fitch is holding on for the time being. He's got only these 2 pistols down on B. Early rotation from Krisen, who will be joining his team back towards that B bomb site, but it will be a misguided rotate. In fact, a full rotate almost. Only Buster committed towards A. They're going to need to realize pretty quickly that this is not the case. Because right now, Winstrike is set up fully for this A execute.
Yeah, it has these smokes, flashes, Molotovs, etc. rain on in. The penny drops for Avangar. And maybe a little too late as well. I mean, you've got Buster down here at Ivy at the very least. But you're not ready to, hopefully. I mean, he's in a really tough spot. He's trying to hold on to this, and he's just completely surrounded. He's got no teammates near him either. So he's been left to fend for himself. He's been fed to the wolves. He's that guy like in every zombie show ever, you know, like the one guy who will just like get shot in the leg or something so the zombies eat him and everyone else can get away. That happens in most of them. That's like how you know humanity's breaking down.
Well, the zombies weren't enough of a clip.
I like to imagine that like the survival mindset that people have in zombie apocalypse films is the same mindset people have in airports. Which is just like every man for himself.
When I'm flying with you, I have that attitude.
Yeah.
Well, the double AWP is held for Avangar, so they will have that for another round, but it doesn't really matter if you keep saving guns if you're not attempting any of these rounds. And of course, that was another gamble for Avangar that went wrong. It's a 12-sided die here. And Winstrike, 5-3. They've even got the AUG on this T side as well. That's just going to make things even more annoying for Avangar. World Edit back on the AWP, and let's see if Avangar actually stick with their guns this time, try and actually hold the A site. Maybe they'll be able to fight some Winstrike players before the bomb actually goes down for a change. We've got Buster pushed down Ivy a little bit as well. And again, this rotate, this wrap back round for Avangar. They're putting 3 players on B. They've been doing this all game now. I mean, eventually it will pay off. Eventually Winstrike will go B, but it's not this round. They've got 2 players outside of B, but this just looks like they're going to be setting up utility and going back towards the pop dog, because right now the bomb is outside of T-Con. We've got 2 players down Ivy. Buster, at least he's here. At least he's going to get the information. If he can spot one of these Ivy players, we'll definitely see some more rotations back towards the A site. Maybe Krisen can move in and try and assist. And boy, will that be needed, but Winstrike give up on Ivy, and Buster, again, left with no info.
They're really relying on these AWPs to lock down the A bomb site. They don't really have much of a say once he smokes rain in either. You need James to go pushing past this once he's taken his first shot, and never mind, he's just going to drop off. Now goes through, and there's James. That's what we want to see. The James train's here. And it's not done just yet. It's going to get derailed by Boomich. So 3-on-4 as the boost gets shut down. Boomich hunting for more, but he goes running into Buster. Just World Edit and Quick remain. And while this was looking good for Winstrike early on, James is throwing this whole round into Chaos. Fitch bested on the boost. Quick goes through this smoke and might catch Krisen off guard as he just hides on in it, biding his time. And this is big. The fate of this round could rest on Quick's shoulders now, and he's picked this up. The bomb is planted for him, so now he can just sit pretty here. He has a Molotov over on World Edit as well to try and help out that much more. He's got their attention, and there's World Edit in with 1. Only Buster remains. He's on the defuse. The molly still on the back of World Edit. Should be enough to clutch this round out. There should be absolutely no way that Buster wins this, and as that Molotov goes in, his fate has surely been sealed here. World Edit just playing with his food, and A 6th round secured here for the Winstrike boys.
And huge from World Edit as well, pulling up a massive 3K on that AWP. We hype up Norbert all we want, but hey, World Edit is returning to the form that we kind of wanted from him this event. We want World Edit to prove himself to still be a capable AWP player, because it's been quite a while since we've seen him at this level, or at least even in the pro scene at all after his departure from Flipside. So nice to see. Now a tactical pause from Avangar. They realize this game is starting to slip out of control. I mean, these constant B stacks have been a problem as well. I mean, look at the connector play from Avangar. They had 3 players, or 4 eventually in the round, playing connector, like boosting up. We had Fitch going down, we had James going down, we had Krisen hiding behind the smoke as well. I mean, it just really didn't turn out to be too profitable of a position for them. At some point, Winstrike will realize that Avangar have been going heavy with these B setups, so it's only going to condition them to keep pushing this A bomb site. But for now, Jame on the AWP, bit of a force buy here from Avangar. They keep a couple of dollars here and there. We're going to need someone to step up big if we want any chance of Avangar winning this round.
Yeah, I'd say step up big. Even then feels like an understatement. Like, we need to see Jame really just go out of his mind. And he has slowed down a lot. I mean, you think about his performance on Dust, he was top of the board, you know, finishes with almost 30 kills to his name. Then over on Cash, it gets a bit slower, especially as Winstrike took the lead and edged things out. And here on Train, it's been kind of, the other maps, you know, first map he gets off to a sprint, second map it's more of a jog. Here he's like, just kind of limping, like a quick limp though, I'll give him that. He's getting into the game, but I know when it comes to Jame, when you think about the performance he's had thus far, he's been such a high-impact player for Avangar, and thus far we haven't really seen all too much from him, aside from that previous round. So early on, Winstrike not giving anything up. They haven't even given a drop of information in the way of Avangar just yet. They've snuck all the way over here toward B, so they've got no clue what's lying in wait. There's Norbert on the entry. Krisen going to fall as well as Norbert's opened up B. And this round looks like it should just be drawing.
Oh,
that's
no.
the bomb. So maybe not. Maybe now it's all thrown into chaos. It's all up in the air, and no one knows what's going on.
There's only 30 seconds left as well. They've got to go now if they want to get that bomb. Fitch does die to the Molotov, but the bomb, it didn't fall down the ladder. Jame still sitting on it, still waiting for these T's to push on in, and he's found the shot. 180 back, but World Edit's found the trade, and now it's Kicker too far away to stop this bomb plant. And I think he's just realized the jig is up. World Edit, oh, he's doubling. Surely, is there time?
Yeah,
he's just
he's got it. He's got his shoes on.
Kicker's here.
Oh no, this is bad. He's punching in the digits. Kicker, is it? He's going to go rushing in. The bomb does go down. World Edit's managed that. He's taken a gamble, and it's balls of steel to get here in time. Kicker rounds the corner. He's going to find it. So on the back of a very weak force by the AWP and the MP5, that was all Avangar had, they managed to find a round. They lose the players inside of B. That was a 3-on-5. With just pistols and 1 AWP over on Jame.
And 3 kills from Kicker as well, 2 from Jame. Massive performance from both of them. And that is such a mistake from Winstrike. Unbelievably unfortunate. But that double push up on the ladder, I mean, that's not something you can expect. Like, it wasn't even necessarily a huge mistake from Winstrike. They just had the bomb at the back of the pack. You know, not a great decision, but also not like a huge error. They just got caught out by a double push up the ladder. Really nice work from Avangar. And hey, Winstrike, they're going to speed up the pace, it seems. Back towards A, but here with a faster play. They've already run up Ivy. We've not seen much control towards here. And Buster, he's not warmed up for that one. Ready for 1 kill, but Quick is going to trade right back. Norbert already in the middle of the site. He's found himself another frag. He's burning in the Molotov, but Jame spotted in the corner. Norbert knows exactly what's up, and Jame going to sneak into his own death. Norbert is on a tear once again. And just like that, Kicker, the king of the previous round, looks like he's just got to hold on to his gun.
Yeah, the king has been usurped. And right now it's going to be Norbert and Quick sat in his seat, sat in the throne. 7-4 is the scoreline. Winstrike in a pretty good position over here on their T side. Take a look at how these last few rounds have gone. I mean, yeah, Avangar, they managed to chain together 3 early on, but now money's going to get reset. You win yourself that 1 solitary round. It was down into a 1v1 then, even if you remember, so only 1 man survived. 1 player survives here once more. There's no money. And this paints a pretty terrifying picture now looking to the future for Avangar. This was a series that I think most people expected them to win. I don't think there was many ways you could have looked at this and been like, this is an easy game for Winstrike. There was never anyone's doubt in their mind that this would be a challenge, even if they did pick it up.
It wasn't necessarily saying Winstrike couldn't win the game. It was more like, you know, they're just not proven. Like,
yeah, they are just the underdog team, right?
Why would you expect that, considering we know what Avangar can achieve?
And not only that, you look at the names, and that's why you give them the weighting in the first place, right? You have 4 experienced players here, a new guy, but it's like they haven't been together as a team all that long, right? So, especially, I mean, Wayland has only got 1 kill.
Norbert has 16, Harry. That's why. He's double anyone on his own team.
What's happening?
Well, another fast A play for Winstrike, it seems. An unstoppably fast A play. Avangar are running on USP, so can't expect too much here, to be honest. And, well, you won't get too much. Fitch finds 1. Kristen's too far away. Norbert's up to 17 now. This guy is literally just playing DM, and he is having a great time doing it, Harry. 8 rounds is going to be unstoppable here from Winstrike. And what a dominant T side. I mean, this is really ridiculous from Winstrike. I don't even know what you say about this.
Yeah, I mean, one thing they've done a great job of is, you know, we took a look at the scoreboard just a minute ago. They haven't been letting Avangar chain together rounds. You think about how they found so much of their success. You think back to Dust. You think back to the early stages of Cash. They were always on like these 4-round win streaks, and then, you know, Winstrike get 1 and then instantly reset. So Winstrike never had money. Avangar had plenty. Then you remember that moment where it flipped around on Cash is suddenly Winstrike have the money to start running double AWPs. So you have, you know, that between World Edit and obviously Norbert, who did a fantastic job. And on the flip side of things, Avangar, they have no money, both here and on Cash. So we have to see, you know, Jame and Buster, the 2 that have been donning the AWPs, kind of cut back on that a bit, or maybe you have to take an extra eco to allow Jame to pick stuff like that up. So the control of the economy is really doing a lot of favors for Winstrike right now. And they're setting up for B once again. Yeah, at least initially. They sent a few players here early on, rather, just to try and stop any aggression. They know that Avangar have tried to do that a few times with Jame peeking up into the tunnels. This time, though, they don't spot anything.
But Avangar with no utility left. They're going to start to get aggressive. They're going to try and bring the fight. Kicker, he spots Norbert there, but he actually goes right past. This is a really clever play. They're not going to expect him in this position, but there's 2 players around the corner. Not ready for it is 1. The trade's there from Boomage, but still a big frag, because that's the information gained. The bomb spotted in the B hall, so Winstrike still going to commit towards his push, but there's been a rotation here. James in position. Fitch is on the bomb site trying to hold things down, and while the AWP kill comes through for World Edit, Fitch is yet to be dethroned. World Edit finding a second. They could just back off right now. If we look at Quick as well, he's deep up in the A site, so all the more reason to. Kristen not going to be ready for that position taken, and despite the low HP on Winstrike, they've got a 3-on-1.
Somehow, some way. And it does mean that Fitch left in this 1v3. I was going to say maybe he goes through it, but the second you see him pick up the AWP, you know it's just a save. He's backing off. And I mean, that's almost, you know, it's the smart play. It's the conservative route to take. But you think, you know, all these players are tag low on Winstrike, as you say. Fitch, he'd always been good in these clutch situations throughout this series thus far, and even prolifically, if you think about it. He's always quite good in these high-impact situations like this, but he just writes it off, doesn't even try to get his head in on this round. So Winstrike 9-4. Fitch trying to hold onto the AWP, but there is a man hunting. Quick is here. Fitch might get caught now. Ooh, that was quick.
Dead. Little B stream update. Sorry, A stream. I'm used to saying.
Yeah, I know.
A stream update for you guys at home. Spirit did take that 2-0 victory over Simon for the winners match, but it wasn't too easy and too quick. It was a 16-11 on Dust, and then an overtime 22-18 on Mirage. But that's a 2-0, and Spirit are going to be heading to the playoffs in first seed. So not too bad of a performance from those guys. A team that I really wanted to see succeed here in Poland this time.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Team Spirit as well. They're like a team that you and I especially got to see a lot of, because we've done a lot of the CIS stuff, like, you know, dating back like a few years ago. So it's been nice seeing those guys kind of grow and now finding some success here once again at the minors. We're focusing on the game at hand now. We can see Avangar, they just take another tactical pause. They're second in this entire series, no, sorry, third in the entire series thus far. They took 1 on Cash, 2 here now on Train. AWP is over on Jame. He's going to have armor behind it. Or maybe not. He gets dropped that, but then doesn't buy armor. Maybe saving a... Nah, I don't know what the reason for this is. Let's wait and see, though.
Yeah, unless he's saving money for the next round. But
then that feels like you're planning to lose?
Well, that's been how it's going, Harry. They have been losing a lot. It is 9-4.
Yeah, they're just looking at this realistically.
Yeah.
Not in a passionate way. They're like, yeah, we're probably screwed, guys. But
Let's just see. Let's see what happens.
yeah, I mean, I have faith. If any man can get it done while he's in the nude, it's Jabe.
You would know. Let that one hang for a
Yeah, yeah.
A execute being set up though from Winstrike. They've got plenty of utility to do this. Double B set up for Avangar. And we've actually got Krisen close as well. Always got to be very careful in this smoke. Fit just killed the first man out of T-Con. And so Winstrike, they slowed the pace down. They've backed off of this one. And in fact, Avangar have backed off of B in the meantime. They've rotated everyone off. It's just Jame in the connector instead. And we're going to see Winstrike set up outside of this bomb site. So it could actually be a late B take. Bardet looking for a pick towards the back of the connector, but won't find anything for now. And indeed, 4 players here for Winstrike, but still down a man. This is still very doable for... Oh my god, that's a sick shot.
Well, then, I mean, what a turnaround it's been from him, as we kind of been alluding to. Very slow start. Now he's coming into his own here, really finding success over on trade. Norbert continuing to put up numbers, shutting down the point man. Suddenly it's just Krisen and Buster left standing, and Krisen is so far away, so incredibly far away. Buster's already looking to try and retreat. Krisen would love to get something a bit better than just this MP9. But I don't think he can. Yeah, he's just got to hold on to this, and that really is like not fun. You're sat here. This is your hope, by the way. This guy with the MP9. That's it. You've put all your faith in him, Hugo.
At least James saved his money.
That is true. I mean, just the nuts thing is the fact that Wayland is now on 2 kills and it's still this dominant. The fact that Norbert and World Edit are kind of making up for that fact and just. Hey, he manages to upgrade. We're all good.
Yeah, Wayland 2 kills, not great, but if you see in a lot of these rounds, he has just been that man running down B ramp first or running out T-Con and just dying and getting traded. Like, he is playing a role, so it's not completely coming down to like individual score and stats. You always do have to remember that. You know, he is playing that very difficult role that often leads you in the negatives. Either way, it's
that's what I always say when I play MM as well.
Yeah,
I'm just a role player, guys.
Yeah. But that's Tom. He's like, oh yeah, I plant bombs, guys. Like, shut up, Tom. Well,
his E key's just eroded into a.
So this is why James saved. Obviously, he's got the AWP into this round. You know, working off of loss bonus because hey, Avangar have got a lot of that right now.
Still, though, he is going to be hard pressed. Doesn't really have any utility to try and get himself out of danger if they start to push up into him. Doesn't have a molly he can drop at his feet. He has been able to find that first man, though, at the very least. Now, actually repositioning over here. What old bomb. Wayland, they're going to find one man. It is just Jame left on this AWP. Let's see if saving that cash in the round prior is worth it. They put all their hope into this AWP doing something. It finds itself now in a 1v4 in the last round of the half. And it won't manage anything. Quick picks him up. Winstrike 11-4. This really is an interesting matchup now. We're 1-1 in this series. This is the deciding map. Potentially Winstrike might be the second team to make it on through to those playoffs, and Avangar might have to keep on playing. We'll be back with the second half after the break. Well, the pain train that is Winstrike as well and truly left the station here in map number 3. Dominant half from them. And for Avangar, they might get left taking a replacement bus service, Hugo, at this rate, because things really aren't going their way here on train.
Not at all. It's off the tracks, Harry. It is looking very, very dire for the Kazakhstan side in a matchup that we assume they would even, or I assume they'd even 2-0, especially after that 16-5. But let's see if they can pull things back in that second half. Winstrike with a extremely dominant T side, and they're already bringing in the heat. They're bringing in the pace. The shadow spotted, and Boomich going to his death. Never really a favourable angle for a CT player to push up, and he'll find out the hard way. There's 2 kills, in fact, for these Ts as Winstrike try and get aggressive in their pistol round, but to no avail. Waylander, he's alone down on Ivy, and Krisen's even coming in for the pinch as well. He's not watching it. Got to be very careful. Luckily, his team come out, but Waylander, he's going to hit the shot, and Kvik finds 2 as well up from the E-box. Krisen having to find that trade, and World Edit putting it in the 1v1, but he knows exactly where Buster's coming from, and he even has the bomb under his control as well.
Ooh. And he's just looking to try and keep Buster at range. He's got the USP, so he feels very comfortable here. Does World Edit. Tapping him down, and there we go. He is going to finally best Buster. Winstrike now 12-4. This is dominant as ever here on train. And this is a map that prolifically, they have the worst results on out of their entire map pool.
It's crazy to see the resilience of a new team to not only get wrecked, like absolutely destroyed on Dust 2, their map pick, but to go bounce back from that, win Avangar's map pick, and now take an 11-4 half over on train. Like, that takes an insane amount of resilience.
It takes more than resilience. I don't even know what it takes. I can't even think of a word that describes it, Hugo.
Norbert, that's what it takes.
Yes, indeed. Forever in our hearts.
All right, he's not dead. Calm down.
No, but Krisen is. He's already been dropped early on in this round. And yeah, not really expecting anything here for Avangar. It's just Glocks for the most part. Boomich trying to pad his stats over in Pop Dog. Well, then it waits in Sandwich. And he is looking to try and get that bread over towards main. But Avangar, no dice. They've gone back to B. They don't want to play ball with the guys inside of the A-bomb site. Instead, they're going to try and hit in it. They have the Glocks. Makes sense. You can try and find something, you know, with the Deagle, maybe on Buster at range or quicker. Kicker, rather, going to be able to get something with a PT-50 up close on this entry. Ooh, Norbert's going to go aggressive. Okay. There's no flash there. That smoke is still a little bit away from dissipating, but timing's going to be everything here. He's now starting to sneak up behind them. Quick's here to help out and lock down the bomb site, and here's the relief effort from Norbert. I don't think they're going to be ready for this whatsoever. Indeed, they're not. That is the bomb dropped. It was looking good. It was looking like Avangar had at least cemented that, but Norbert has stolen it all away from them. And in the blink of an eye, it's only James left standing with a taser.
Yeah, no one's coming up the ladder either, which makes things even more difficult. Norbert going to continue to push up. 22-9 on this dude, and 13 rounds for Winstrike. The anti-eco that we kind of expected, but as you said, definitely looked like a bomb plant was possible there if Norbert wasn't up that ramp. Avangar, this is it, Harry. This is one of their last chances. Pretty much the most important round so far for them. They've got to win this one. Otherwise, I think this may be done and dusted, and they may be heading down to that decider match of their group to give it another go. But it's not over till it's over. Full AKs are in play. No AWP either for anyone just yet, so it's anyone's game here.
Ooh, Krisen literally eats that nade, and as he gets tagged down at 63 HP, makes him that much more vulnerable to these M4s. Now he's a one-shot to the head, so they all become like AKs to him in that sense. Waylander even trying some aggression down here towards Ivy. Haven't seen this from Winstrike just yet. But Fitch does still seem very aware that there could be a man in this close position. He is going to check it. Fitch creeping round, deals with the point man, the man in the back, the lurker, but World Edit is quick to return us to a 4-on-4. So for Avangar, that little advantage they work hard to pick up early on, now nullified.
Ooh, James, he's going to nullify Boomich down there as well, so Avangar have another entry to their name. They just need to go and grab that bomb back. World Edit caught in the open, throwing out a smoke kicker, going to push through it and take the frag, but Norbert's doubling down on the back of the site. 3 HP to his name, and he's being wrapped from Ivy as well. Got to be very careful. He's aware of this possibility, but surely doesn't know how close Fitch has gotten. And Norbert just going to be able to get back into the connector in the nick of time. 30 seconds left. This bomb might get cut off by Quick, who's pushed up by this CT spawn. But the sneak of James is not going to be heard, and he's going to be able to blindside him from the sidelines. It's just Norbert left up. Surely undoable. 1 on 2 with 3 HP.
Well, let's see. It's King Norbert. Oh my goodness, they line up and Norbert's done it. What an absolute madman. 3 HP and a dream. Norbert, I had no faith in you. I don't think anyone had faith in you there, but you managed to do it. 14-4. Oh my goodness, Winstrike managed to find that right. Avangar, get out the server, go wait in the lobby, you guys are done. Because there's just no way back into this now. The money's all but ran out, and they can't beat Norbert while he's on 3 HP. Throw a smoke, everything. Oh my god, what did we just see? What did we just witness?
Oh no.
Who is Norbert? What is this man? His real name's David, that's all I know. That's true, by the way. Don't know why he's called Norbert. But his name's David.
Not everyone names their names after their real names, Harry.
True. Oh, Waylander.
Oh. World Edit wants to keep his KD low. Waylander's on like 5 kills.
It's like, don't get ahead of yourself,
no
man.
more.
It's all good.
Oh dear, there's no utility here for Avangar as well. That makes things very, very difficult here as they set their sights in towards B. Boomich and Norbert moving in close. Oh, this could be well timed as well. If they actually push down the ramp while these guys are climbing the ladder, they could be caught with their backs turned. The sneak through from Kicker. He spots it, but he doesn't know. There's no way he knows that Norbert's up here. Surely not Kicker. He does check the angle, but Norbert's out with 2 more. This man is on fire. 28 kills. And with only 19 rounds played, this one's not done just yet. Norbert looks to make it so, but he's caught reloading. 360, Krisen finds him. And just like that, we're into a 2-on-2. This is the best situation Avangar have seen in a while.
Yeah, most definitely. Not only because they've dealt with the beast that is Norbert, but because they've got that bomb down 2-on-2, and they've forced Quick into the open. World Edit, good for 1 more, and now down to the 1v1, and I think he spots the head of Fitch there, but he's managed to get by. He's trying to get across, but World Edit, just ever so slightly over that smoke, does catch a glimpse of Fitch. The defuse is here, and Winstrike going to be sitting on match and series point here to head on through, potentially be that second team to make it into the playoffs.
Unbelievable. But this has been some great Counter-Strike from Winstrike. And yes, okay, Avangar certainly not performed like we would have expected them. James been pretty quiet on this AWP. We've not had really anyone be the saving grace apart from him and Kicker from time to time. But yeah, this is a real mess right now. And great performance from Winstrike. I do not want to take it away from them at all. Norbert has been playing out of his mind. World Edit has been hitting some great shots with the AWP. And that has really been a troubling time for Avangar. We have just 1 player down on this B site for now. World Edit will be there with the early rotate though, with no A rush.
You know, they always say there's no I in team, but there is an I in Winstrike. And that guy, that I, that has been, without a doubt, Norbert. He's just been unreal. Like, the driving force of this squad, almost topping 30 kills right now, Hugo. He's sat pretty inside of this B-bomb site.
And in such a small amount of rounds as well. Like, fair enough, over back on Cash, he got I think 31 kills, but that was like a 25 round game or something. This is not looking to be that long, and he's already at the same amount of points. Boomich already finds 1 down in the pop dog. Kickett's going to be finished off, and he's upgraded to an AK as well. That's going to be needed because they're coming out to Ivy right now. Waylander on the angle. Will they expect this? That's a bait peek coming through. James tries to hit the shot, won't connect it. Waylander does go down, but there's the trade from Kick at the back of the site. He's even got his teammate still in pop dog to worry about. So Krisen trying to get this trade, but Quick is already repositioned and ready for it. The bomb, if this gets cut off, will mean the end of the round, surely, and the end of the map. Buster does manage to take down Boomich down in the pop dog, so it's left completely to Quick.
Yeah, no, he's used his smoke to go out and block off main, and that does give him a little bit more room to work with here. The issue he's going to have as well that it isn't holding down Ivy, so he's pressured. He's got to try and take a bit of safer ground elsewhere, and unfortunately that forces him into the arms of Krisen. Pressure's now on. It's Norbert, this time in a 1v3. We saw him manage a 1v2 on just 3 HP. So he's got to go above and beyond that, but you know, he's got like 33 times the HP of last times, you know. should be all good. Norbert rounds the corner, tags up the first man, but James there to help out. So Avangar, they've managed the 5th. Regardless of that, they still need 10 rounds consecutively now to pull this one into overtime.
And that's just so hard to ask for as well. Winstrike instantly calling out a tactical pause upon their first lost round of the half. I like that as well. Slow down the pace, make Avangar sweat a little bit. And, of course, work out how to deal with this problem before it even begins, right? If you can get this win here and now in round number 21 before Avangar start to get their confidence back, then, you know, that's just, well, that's the game plan, right? That's the easiest way to close out the map. You don't want Avangar to win 6 rounds in a row, and then if you're Winstrike, you start to panic as well. So you do have to remember there is some, maybe not inexperience, but lack of chemistry with some of these players who haven't played together as long. Whereas Avangar certainly won't have that. These guys know each other inside and out. Winstrike now, bit of an investment, couple of pistols here and there, but by and large just going to be saving. Nice.
Yeah, this is really just a chance for Avangar maybe to try and build up a bit more confidence, start to find something here. Boomich. Whoop. Oh, no, he's baited him in. He doesn't know he has the Zeus. This could be it. Hey, there we go. Kicker's gone. Boomich has an AK to work with, so maybe something could come of this round for Winstrike after all. He's set up over in Pop Dog. That bomb still dropped passively back towards main, and Boomich now in with another. Maybe this all comes off the back of a Zeus and a dream.
No!
Boomich, he's in with a 3rd. What is happening? What is going on? This is electrifying already from him. The bomb's been retrieved, and it's on the back of Chris, and there's a minute left here. They do still have time. They have utility as well, but another AK's been retrieved now. That's it, dropped over here at Ivy. You can see well that it's trying to flank ground and pick it up. It's a 2v2. As Buster and Krisen now have to try and figure out what to do with this bomb to deny the win for Winstrike, but this wrap around from World that it's claimed themselves another, and now only Krisen remains.
Of all rounds to close out the map on it, it can't be the eco from Winstrike. Krisen, he's got everything to play with. He's got the utility, he's got the time. And he's also got the bomb. That plant can come right in. Winstrike won't be able to stop that. They're too far away. But where does Krisen choose to go? And doesn't even know where they are. They could be anywhere. They have the time to wrap round towards the B site, towards Tikon, towards Ivy. Krisen, though, he's somewhat ready for this, and I think he's somewhat expecting them to come from this spawn as well. You can see he's on the angle, World at it, moving in. He will fall. Krisen now in the 1v1, and Boomich going to be sneaking to his death. Krisen comes out clutch for Avangar and keeps him in this series. But again, Harry, it's such a long road to recovery for Avangar that, yes, while every round is a round, you know, you've got to get that 10 rounds in a row. It's a bit close for comfort.
That's a bit of an understatement. I mean, you go into that round as Avangar, you're up against the Zeus, and that was basically it, right? Yeah. And somehow they managed to get it down on 1v1 Boomich. You know, maybe World Edit and Norbert has been stealing his thunder a little bit there. He kind of shows us what he's made of when he actually has the chance to frag. Flashing towards main early on. Once again, it's another eco here from Winstrike. I actually love this call, by the way. They're playing it very, very passively. You might see some teams elect to go for a little bit more, maybe throwing a couple of chance force buys here and there, but they're not leaving anything to chance. Well, they're now going to try and take up the mantle of Norbert. Ooh, Boomich. Not quite able to find a low HP Krisen or Jame on the other side. Actually, you just hit Fitch twice.
Yeah.
Now 69 HP, so they're very lucky that it wasn't one of the other tagged players there. I mean, you can see Avangar, they're so scared to go walking into these pistols. They saw the damage that did in the previous round. They really did underestimate how much the CT side could get done. So now they're just holding their ground and they're waiting.
And again, you know when you're in a 5-on-3 like this, Winstrike are going to be playing aggressive. They are going to be pushing up. Well, it just showed his face up in Tikon, and they got 80 damage to him. So for Avangar, it's certainly not a bad call to play passive on a round like this. You just need to make sure you know when to go, because right now there's only 36 seconds left on the clock. And they can't afford to lose this to time. That would be the worst way to go down. This is still a very winnable round for Winstrike. Do not count them out of this. May seem crazy for me to say that, but World Edit, he could lock this entire round down. More damage to Fitch done. 3 lowish players here on the Avangar side. 15 seconds left. Buster will win that duel, and that might have just saved the day here for Avangar. That might have just allowed this bomb plant. It will. So Fitch gets it down, punches in the numbers, and just like that, it's Winstrike looking for exits.
Yeah, I mean, once again, if you're Winstrike, you're not too disappointed with the outcome of this. You know, you've almost had a couple of kills. Maybe you managed to get 1 or 2 guys as they exit from the bomb site. They didn't really put anything into it for the most part. They were instead focusing on the buy that is available in this coming round. There is a lot of low HP guys crossing in the way of Waylander right now. This is a chance for him to do that much more damage. Only good for 1. Still a long way to go for Avangar to get back into this, but it's certainly the start they needed.
Yeah, baby steps, 1 round at a time. That's how you have to look at it if you are Avangar here. But we do have that full buy here from Winstrike. It's been a long time coming. AWP here for World Edit. Everyone else armed to the teeth as well. Utility kits, we got it all. Avangar do have their own AWP on Jame. And this is who we need to step up. We need Jame to step up here. If you want to contend with the likes of World Edit, who's having a great game as well, you need the likes of Jame to be finding these frags, finding these opening kills. Norbert alone down towards B. Waylander again pushed up on A. We've seen this before just a couple of rounds ago. Boomich is actually opening up as well for Winstrike. He's taking a kill towards T-Con, playing down Olaf. We've seen him push this time and time again, but Chris is not ready for it this time. Fitch, somewhat aware of the possibility of a cross here from Waylander. And the Molotov, that will surely seal his fate. That's going to go right in. Oh, flash from World Edit. It won't be enough. Fitch is ready on the angle. And kick it in the meantime. He's even killed a player down in Pop as well, opening up this A site just that little bit more. It could even be a fake. If they throw in the right amount of utility, they could rotate players off of B. But in fact, with the bomb already up in T-Con, they will be committing towards this A site.
And here is... He reads into the fact they could have tried to boost over that smoke. Notices maybe that it's a bit too far forward. Now he's gone round it, and that's the decision he's going to regret, is Norbert.
That's a really nice bait from Avangar. They send 1 player back up the ladder, but you could see the bomb never moved from T-Con. It was meant to be A all along. Kicker was trying to bait a player into pushing the pop dog there.
And it did work. Now World Edit. All that stands between Avangar and this A bomb site, and he has been having a good game. He has been popping off. He has quick as well over here. Oh, Ward Ivy, that's the bomb plant denied. 15 seconds. Avangar have to pick up the pace. They have to try and get this bomb down. Quicker punching in the numbers, but Quick's there. And now it is just Jame left standing in a 1v2. He's got to try and do the impossible. 5 seconds, time's ticked away, and that's it. Winstrike will be closing out this series 2-1. Jame can't find the kills as well. That it's ran for the hills, and that is a 16-7 victory in favor of Winstrike. They're taking this series 2-1, and they'll be that second team to be heading on through to the playoffs over Avangar.
Unbelievable. I mean, we expected both these teams to be getting out the group and finding success, but not in this order, at least, you know, not my personal perception of this. And Norbert, the young star, the inexperienced player, coming in with 31 kills on the second map of Cash, Avangar's pick, and 28 kills on the final map. That is unreal. I want to see more of this guy for the rest of the event.
Definitely.
I think we will be.
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep that up, there is no way we don't keep seeing him for the rest of this event. I mean, my goodness, what a performance from him. World Edit, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
I really wanted him to do well because I felt like I was saying his name a lot on the first map. Like, I was putting a lot of pressure on his, like, rather dismal performance there. I didn't want him to just kind of fall flat the whole series. I'm glad, you know, he's able to find his resurgence a bit on Cash, and then it was Train, really, where we got to see him come into his own. He looked very comfortable on that map. For Avangar, you know, I think they're admittedly going to be disappointed with themselves here. It's not all over yet. Obviously, they can keep on fighting to try and secure that playoff spot. Yeah, I mean, they should be the team to occupy. You're dead on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, like both the previous teams that Avangar and Winstrike faced earlier on today, they got 16-5 and 16-6. So, you know, not looking like as high a level of competition, but anything is possible, Harry. The unpredictable is doable, as we found from this game from Winstrike, and more specifically Norbert.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from him. Now, I'm going to be honest, we just got some instructions. I didn't hear them.
No.
Did you? Okay, yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you.
I think we're throwing, I think we're throwing two.
Yeah, we're going to, no, I think we have groups ready. I think that's what they're saying. You go. Sorry, I had the sound down a little bit. My dials are the wrong way around. I actually mislabeled them. That's on me. But yes, we can take a look at the results that we've seen today. Team Spirit over in Group A, they just took a 2-0 victory versus Simon Gaming down in that lower bracket now. They're going to be going on to face the winner of Namiga and Gambit. Ooh. Obviously, the big kind of upset of the day was that Simon Gaming bested Gambit in that original best of one. Sadly, their luck turned around when they faced Spirit, and Spirit were that first team to qualify to the playoffs. And we can even now start to look ahead, I imagine, at Group B if we have that ready. And indeed we do. Winstrike picking up the win, you know, to head on through here. They're now the second team to make it on through to the playoffs. And that leaves Prosto and Runtime GG to face Avangar, the winner of that, rather.
Yeah, and that's an interesting game as well. Of course, you got Prosto have been in and out of the CIS region, and then CIS minors rather, and also the mix of Seized, Hooch, Starix, etc. That's quite an interesting roster there. Both of those teams struggled earlier on today, but now facing off against each other, we're going to see who's the better one of the two. But I think we're done for now, at least in terms of the CIS things. We are going to be covering some EU games coming up next on the EU minors, so I'm kind of excited for that as well. So I imagine we can just throw to a break and be back in just a little bit of time with the EU minor, so do not go anywhere. We've still got a long day of Counter-Strike ahead of us.